Now here's something that is really fun for me, and it can be profitable if you sell them. Now, I mean, this is a beautiful silk. I just love this kind of subtle floral print, and I mean, I'm not always a big fan of pink, but I think it's gorgeous. It's a purpley pink, so I'm good with that. And so I would buy these dresses. I've done this for decades. I go thrifting. I find silk dresses. I used to find them for about $4. Well, Goodwill has gone way up. You know that. But, you know, and then I would be like, I don't want to wear all that floral on my body. I prefer like moderate, simple shades on my body. And then I like to accent with beautiful silk, whether you tie it around your neck or wrap it around your waist or whatever you want to do with it. Throw it over a shoulder, tie it on your bag. It's just absolutely luxurious to have some decorative, beautiful silk to accent an outfit. And it doesn't overtake you because it's not all over your body, which, you know, floral prints tend to be trendy and they go out. But if you have them as a silk scarf, always going to come back, always. So this was a skirt, you can see, of a dress. I've already removed the top, and I had to redo this particular seam. So yes, there will be a seam in my new scarf at the center back. I made a nice French seam because the one that was in there was an open seam, and it was getting all, you know, frayed or whatever. But whatever, I don't know if you can see this chalk mark. I get tricky. I said that before, didn't I, in another video? I do. I like to custom cut my scarves, and so it gives them, I don't know if you understand how to make a flounce, but a flounce, when I cut this will be flouncy, as they say. And when you're laying it out, make sure you find your what do you call this, not selvage, but your cross grain and your lengthwise grain. If you went this way, you would stretch it out of shape, but you want to smooth it out. Since you know, you could be cutting across bias, you want to get crosswise and, yeah, lengthwise. So anyway, I'm going to finish cutting this. Oh, yeah, she already messed it up. And you'll see what I've got. I like to make a nice clean cut, and then I will do, I call it the double turn. You know, some people have tricky things that they do with their machine. I just do the standard double turn. I do it as thin and, you know, as I can to trim my edge. And see how this goes up that way? And these bits will be either given to a weaver. The scrappy bits will be given to a weaver, or you can cut them in, if you cut them in strips like this, you can actually use them as embroidery thread because silk is so thin. So there's some ideas if you want. Now, and with this, here we go. I'm going to go as if you're going around the neck a little bit. You see what I've done there? Just a little bit around what would be the neck. And then I come out and I'm ending up with sort of a petal shape. Ooh, I can't reach. Yeah, oh, this is going to be so gorgeous. I may have to do a little tweak in here after I get it cut. I can see I'm getting into the, yeah, the seam on the other side. Come on, baby. Okay, we got it apart. Now there's some more piecing work and weaving stuff. And there's my shape. You see what I've got there? There's no need to fold things and twist things. You've got your shape. And this will, when it's wrapped around you, look what's happening. You're getting that flounce happening. And anyway, yeah, I've done a ton of these, and I'm on a trend of doing a few. So as I get a few of them done, I will come back and show you all of them, how they have turned out. I have some beautiful silks. But this is not the only thing I do. I have other silk bits that maybe come from a dirndl skirt where you get a nice straight piece. In the case of a straight piece, you can make a nice panel. But anyway, the reason I cut up silk skirts is because this is so thin on the lower body, and it would have likely been lined with polyester Even major designers line their beautiful silk dresses with that awful polyester. Who wants that next to their skin? Not me. But I know higher end will be lined with silk or something, but so much, even designers, they are not using silk on the inside. So also thin silk as a skirt. If you want a silk skirt, and a silk skirt would be lovely, but you want to go with a heavier grade so it can handle the the pressure that your bottom will put on it when you're sitting and moving and stretching and all that stuff. Something like this as a skirt, your seams just get ruined, and that's why they end up in thrift stores. Okay, we'll show you more later. Who loves you?